And that shit be tasting like caramel. Life without you been feeling kinda strange. Well, I see that you doing very well. Ha, you looking very well. I miss the way your perfume smell. I miss the way that you blowed up my line just to make sure that I'm feeling well.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Isaiah, better known as Car Isaiah on Instagram, and today we are just going to be doing a very quick story time on my first love. Okay, I don't have to put too much thought into it because I don't even have to remember this shit. Yeah, I don't even have to remember. It's embedded in my brain. Okay. So back in 2011, I was in 8th grade, okay? Dun, dun, dun. It was a little love story. Can you please stop that? You keep pulling my Felicia braids. I'm really end up tearing you up. Okay, so yeah, back in 2011, I was in 8th grade, and I was going to a school called Eisenhower. So I had just transferred to the school. I wasn't new to the district, but because of our PSSA scores, I had to go to the school, whatever, too much information. I'm an oversharer. That is one thing you guys will learn about school. And I had never had a boyfriend, never kissed a boy, never did anything, right? And I remember this guy, his name is Adam. Yeah, so Adam, he ran up behind me and he hugged me. Like, I never met this dude a day in my life. And I turned around and I was like, what the heck? He was like, oh my boy, and I thought you were Sunny. And yeah, so if anybody who knows me is watching this, you guys probably know who Sunny is. But yeah, Sunny and I look sort of kind of similar. We don't really favor each other too much now. But when I was younger and a little chunkier, me and her really resembled each other in the face. We're both light skinned, we both have sandy brown hair, and our facial features were sort of kind of similar. We were never built the same way. She was a little shorter than me and a little thicker than me. I knew he didn't think I was her. Fast forward probably like a month or two into school. No, not even a month or two. A month into school, like the beginning of October. I remember I used to go to the football games and stuff, and Adam played football. So yeah, I'm there, and he was one of the tallest guys in 8th grade. So like he like, I'm standing on the sidelines, and he like turns around to me. He's like, yo, let me get your number. And I'm like, people probably don't even want their names in the story, so I'm not even gonna use their names. But yeah, so I had a best friend. We're just gonna call her, Nicole. We're gonna call her Nicole. I have a friend named Nicole, but this is not the friend I'm talking about. So back in 8th grade, me and Nicole were like besties. We were inseparable. And Nicole was talking to this guy, and we're gonna call him, what are we gonna call him? Tim. So Nicole was talking to Tim, okay? So Tim and Adam were pretty close, pretty cool. They were bros back then. So I kept saying, get my number from Tim, get my number from Tim, because Tim and Nicole were talking, and I knew Nicole would give Tim my number and Tim would give Adam my number. Okay. So like a week later, he hit me up on Facebook, and he's like, yo, shorty, let me get your number. I'm like, hello, okay. Okay. I gave him my number. That was October 16th, and the reason I remember so vividly is because, like, if I would have known these small little interactions with this person would have had such a big impact on my life, I probably wouldn't have even gave him my number. So I gave him my number, and he wanted to hang out. That was on Sunday. That was October 16th, 2011 on a Sunday. And he wanted to hang out, and I told him I had a curfew and I couldn't come outside because I was at my family's house. I think I was at my cousin's house or something like that. So by the time I got home, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to come outside. But we can hang out tomorrow. Okay, October 17th, we went to the park or whatever, and we were hanging out. And it was very chill. Like, we didn't do anything at the end of the night, like right before I had to leave. He kept saying, I want to do something, but I don't know how you gonna act. And I was like, just do it. And he leans in for a kiss. And I was like, oh. Like, I ducked so hard. Like, literally, I ducked so hard. I had never kissed a boy. I just didn't think I didn't even know how. Yeah, so that was on October 17th. So he walks me home or whatever, and I'm just like, I'll see you tomorrow. So I see him at school tomorrow. It was kind of awkward because, like, He's calling me now. Hello. I'm recording a video about you.
Hey, gang.
So yeah, so I'm doing my first love story time or whatever. And yeah.
You said you're doing your what?
My first love story time. It's a story time.
Alright, that shit crazy.
So 10 days after my birthday, me and him hung out at his house, okay? So now I was too grown. I was too grown back then. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. So on October 18th, we walked to his house and he's like, we're gonna chill at my house. I'm like, is your mom okay with that? He's like, yeah, my mom's fine with that. We go to his house and we're just hanging out. Hey. We went to his house and we hung out or whatever. And we didn't really do much. So on October 18th, we went to his house and we were hanging out a little bit. He was sucking on my neck and all that little stuff, but we didn't have sex. I'm not even gonna say all that little stuff. That's really all he did. He sucked on my neck a little bit. He was teeing on that day when we were kissing and stuff. I was like, so does this mean we go out? And he was like, yeah. So how fucking old are we? We were 14. So honestly, I was 14. He was 13. He had told me he was already 14. So I thought he had told me he was 14 and he failed a grade or something like that. It was some lies or something. But his birthday is on Valentine's Day. So I was just like, how are you 14 and your birthday's in February? So that means you'll be 15 in the 8th grade. My old gullible self believed it. So whatever. The fact that I believed his dumbass failed a grade when he really wasn't dumb, he was super duper smart, was beyond me. That was that. So October 19th, 20th, so the rest of the week we were hanging out. I was so cheesy back then, but I wrote 10, 18, 11 all of my agenda book. I was writing it on my hand. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember that back in the day, but write in your little relationship date. Tap my name on you so I know it's real. It's like, no, look. We were together and everybody was asking what does 10, 18, 11 mean? And I was not telling nobody. So everybody was insinuating that I had a boyfriend, but I didn't want nobody to know that I had a boyfriend back in 8th grade because I was embarrassed. And I'll be completely honest, I shouldn't have even had a boyfriend because how am I grown enough to be dating, but I'm not grown enough to tell people that I'm dating? I don't know. Honestly, and I just didn't want people in my business back then. But so we so all week he would walk me home, or I would hang out with him right after school, and then he would walk me home by my little curfew and all that little stuff. I lost my virginity when I was 14 years old. Ugh, I was too young to even be having sex. But if you guys want a story time on that, just give it a big thumbs up because that's another story in itself. So I I got so many stories, y'all. I have so many fucking stories to tell. That boy that was my best friend, that was my other half. We day in and day out, I'm talking about every single day since October 18th, we were together. We didn't miss a beat. Family events, he came to mine, I went to his. We were inseparable. There was no Adam without Isaiah, and there was no Isaiah without Adam, period. First New Year's kiss, we was our first everything. He's the first person I smoked weed with. Everything everything happened with him, right? So fast forward to about 2 years. So 2 years into our relationship, unfortunately I had to move to North Carolina, and we were just we still gonna be together. We don't know how we're gonna do it. We're 14 years old. I mean, no. So by this time we were 16. So I was like, yeah, I gotta move, but there's buses, planes, trains, whatever we gotta do, we're gonna be together. So we did that. At the time, Adam, he ain't afraid of nothing. So he got in some little bit of trouble when he was younger, and he had to go to juvie, whatever, blah blah blah. Long story short, he actually got locked up 2 days before our 2-year anniversary. So whatever. So after that, I flew up. So I lived in North Carolina. So I flew to Philly by myself one time to come see him on his home pass. I took the bus up here. I snuck up to Pennsylvania a couple times. Like, I have so many story times for y'all. Yeah, so we were together. So then he was in jail, whatever. Like, a lot of little logistic stuff happened where... So my camera stopped recording. Okay. Anyway, long story short, we ended up, things started getting rocky towards like our 3 year, almost 4 years to be in, yeah, so 3 years. So in 2014, things started getting rocky. But this was after the fact that I had moved away, and it was a little petty stuff. Like, he was talking to females here and there. I was talking to guys here and there, whatever. We were just like, very childish, very petty. Like, again, this is why 14, 15, 16, 17, even 18-year-olds don't really need to be dating too much, but whatever. So I actually moved back to Pennsylvania on November 1st of 2014, and me and him were back together again. But a couple weeks before I had moved back to PA, I had found out that he had actually had a girlfriend. Not a girlfriend, but like a girlfriend. Like, it wasn't an actual girlfriend, but she thought she was the girlfriend. He claims that he never told her that, but you know how guys do. They try to tell you something, or they do things, but you know, they didn't give you the title, so that's how he was trying to play it off, but whatever. So I finally, when I get back to PA, I was just on some shit where it's like, I don't even want to have sex with you. I don't, like, I love you still, but I don't really want to, I don't want to be that with you no more. That he ended up, unfortunately, ended up knocking some girl up when we were 17. So at that point, I had to walk away from him for good. And it hurt my heart, it broke my heart so much, but I just had to leave him alone. And I will, that is definitely, like, that's, I have a list of video ideas that I want to do, and that's like top of the fucking list. One of the videos that I want to get the fuck done. Telling y'all about the time that I found out that my boyfriend was having a baby on me, because that shit was fucking insane. But yeah, so we ended up breaking things off, and honestly, I the only way I moved on is because I had found another boyfriend, because yeah, me and him were still dealing with each other even after he had got the girl pregnant, because like he was like, I didn't even want her to get pregnant. She told me she was on birth control. She wasn't on birth control. And yeah, sis wanted a baby. Who she is. And if you're watching this, sis, you're not even my sis, but sis, if you're watching this, yeah, you know what you did. To this day, she don't let him see the baby. So you just messed up our whole relationship for nothing because you wanted a baby. And we were 17. You didn't even need a baby. She was 16. I was 17. She was 16. She was a 16-year-old wanting a baby, and she don't even let the baby see her dad. Like, that's... So, that's the story time of my first love. I still love him to death, and I'm probably gonna get fucking killed when I drop this, but... who gives a fuck? So, I'm out. Bye, guys. Oh, wait. Also... I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you to every single last person who has subscribed to my fucking channel in the last month, okay? I literally gained 900 something followers within the last 28 days. I mean, not followers, 900 something subscribers within the last month, within the last 28 days. My growth, I'm about to tell y'all, because this shit is fucking phenomenal. It's so amazing, and I never thought I would live to see the day that this happened to me, because I always, like, my YouTube was a joke to me. So in the last month, my analytics says 51.1k views. Thank you guys so much, because the more you watch, the more other people watch. I've added 902 subscribers within the last 28 days. That's fucking insane. So that means at the beginning of March, I was sitting somewhere down around 1,600 subscribers, which is true. And now, 1 month later, I'm over 2,500 subscribers. I have 2,588. I fucking appreciate y'all. Like, I genuinely appreciate y'all. And
I need to tell y'all, 2588 is very special to me, because 2 times 5 is 10. And I was born on the 8th day. Also, 8 goes into 10 one time, 1 of 1. That is me. That's all that I can be.
And yes. So, all I'm gonna say is, if you do enjoy watching me, my personality, my craziness, I do wigs, I do hair, I do makeup, I do a lot of shit. If you enjoy any of that, just hello.
Hello, this is...
If you enjoy watching any of that, please just continue to like my videos, continue to subscribe. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified every single time I upload. And I'm out. Bye, guys.